Now it's time for I Challenge You, the show that goes to show that maybe that robot uprising isn't coming quite as soon as we thought. Why? No, we had a card that beat this board and you sacrificed it. Like every progression series, I will start the episode by opening packs. Unlike other progs, the episode will then dissolve into full-on mechanized melee. In one corner, an army of Windbot AIs, with an arsenal of progressively more powerful decks. In the other corner, my own Windbot, wielding whatever garbage Twitch chat and I can put together out of our packs. Our bot gets 2 best of 3s per episode to beat its competitor and climb its way to the top of the ladder. If it wins, it gets a shot at the next challenger. If it fails, chat can throw it a gift to help it out next episode. The odds are against our digital champion, so it's our job to scheme, metagame, and do everything in our power to rig the match. So without further ado, get ready to rumble! Well, last episode did not go excellently for us. The frogs are a hell of a secondary boss for us. Their strategy is extremely powerful. Most of our stuff is good against trap cards and monsters, and not very good against spells. So the ability for them to go into things like Solidarity and Wetlands is really, really strong against us. And Imperial Order is in our wheelhouse, but it's an extreme risk considering our best cards are also spells, and there's a chance that they just don't hit their spells, or we hit Solidarity, or we hit our DNA Surgery, so it'll be interesting. But we did gather the information that DNA Surgery always goes for Warrior and is basically an FTK against the frogs. With that in mind, we have 2 things going on today. Our Discord is going to choose a gift for me to get. And second, we get the Wheel of Blessings again, and we get to open 2 more boxes. I'm excited to see what those boxes are, and I'm excited to see what we get on the wheel. All right. And 3, 2, 1. Multiply again. This roll was really good for us because it got us pre-mat last time. Let's see what it gets for us this time in our 2 boxes today. What do we have now? We have Legacy of Darkness. That's pretty good. Okay, today's packs are Legacy of Darkness and one of my personal favorites in Limited, Pharaonic Guardian. Both of these packs contain some really, really interesting stuff. Can't wait to see what we roll. I'm looking forward to seeing what we can get 2 of out of this one. There are a lot of good cards in both of these packs. And I think that even if it's something that we get like 2 copies of, that we get a 3rd one, we're going to be in really, really good shape. This is taking forever. Hey, there we go. Pack number 1. Let's see what we have got. Starting with, not a lot to speak of here. Our burn deck is improved significantly by Ominous Fortune Telling, though. That's something for us to consider. Ready for Intercepting is an interesting one because it targets a warrior on the field and flips it face down, which could be really good against the frogs since we're using DNA Surgery. Wingbeat of Giant Dragon, also very funny. And ALO is going to be really good for us in the future because of how many good water monsters we have. Starting off strong, Blast with Chain is genuinely strong. I'm not sure if we can run this one. Can this equip to your opponent? 1 monster you control. Hey, it's AI proof. Let's go. Lesser Fiend is a really interesting card, as is Spear Dragon. Ooh. Stamping Destruction is really solid because we have some really strong dragon monsters coming up. If we can get 3 copies of this card, this may be an alternate strategy for us. Pack number 6, Royal Oppression. Please no. Another ALO is great. We do want to get 3 copies of this card, and a second Dragon Dwelling in the Cave is very good. Next, another Royal Oppression. Isn't this the set that has Bottomless in it? Really hoping for that one. Another Dragon Dwelling in the Cave, though, is great. As is Wolf Axe Wielder, this power creeps overdrive. Oh, as does Warrior Digrapher, I guess. This card is garbage. We can't run this card. It's terrible. Sousa Soldier, on the other hand, is potentially very strong, especially with the Gaia power strat. Next one. Well, 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 well. That's a pretty good pull, not gonna lie, and a very good candidate for our duplication. Next pack, the second Thunder Nyan Nyan. Mysterious Guard, though, also really strong. Doesn't this gain extra spins for each warrior on the field? Target one monster on the field, and if you control a face-up warrior monster, you can target one additional face-up monster on the field, return the first target to the top of the deck, and return the second target to the hand. This is really good under DNA surgery. All right, next. Dragon. Oh, these pulls are cracked. I cannot use this card for the AI deck, though. The Stamping Destruction is a very good card for us. Next pack, another Sousa Soldier isn't bad. Again, I would prefer that were like bottomless trap hole, but we work with what we got, I guess. Next, another Blast with Chain could be really good, and that's our third Legendary Ocean. We also definitely have 3 Ominous Fortune Telling now, which is very, very solid for a burn strategy.
Another Sousa Soldier, okay, I've had enough of those now.
Wait, you're right. Possessed Dark Soul could be really, really good against frogs. You're right, chat. Next pack, another Thunder Nyan Nyan. Chat, please tell me that Bottomless Trap Hole is not in this set. We have 4 packs left. We'd love to see that card at some point. Next pack, Fiend Skull Dragon. So I officially cannot pull 3 Bottomless Trap Hole, probably. Which is bad for us. Rhoda! Yo! Rhoda's a pretty hot pull. I'm not sure that we're going to have anything for it unless we get an Exiled Force miraculously for a little while, but it's a very good card. All right, last pack of Legacy of Darkness. Let's get to it, and we got Abacus, Fatal Abacus, which is not ideal for us. None of these things we have on the screen right now are things we didn't have already. I'm definitely going to scroll down and take a look at Possessed Dark Soul, because we are a little bit down bad for ways to beat frogs at the moment. Possessed Dark Soul is actually crazy against frogs. You're right, chat. Okay, next it is time for my personal favorite set in the DM era, Pharaonic Guardian. This set is not nearly as good in the hollows department, which is pretty bad for us because we pull ridiculous hollows and terrible rares, but the rares and commons are extremely good in this set. All right, pack number 1. King Tiger Wanghu is cracked against frogs. Only problem is if they have one of their spell cards up, it doesn't really do us a huge amount of good. But if we can put this on the board and get rid of their spell cards, we're in good shape. Needle Sealing also potentially good, although the AI cannot be trusted to set monsters. Speaking of which, Gravekeeper's Spy is here. Wait, is that Metamorphosis? Book of Moon is a ridiculously good card. Swarm of Scarabs also solid, as is Gravekeeper's Guard. Maiden of the Aqua probably not going to do anything we want it to do, but Book of Moon is really good. Catavale Omen is a good card for getting traps out of our deck. This may be a way for us to be able to put DNA Surgery on the top of our deck. Again, this requires the AI to understand the concept of flip effects, but, you know, we could get lucky. Pack number 6. We can't not get secret rares. Our burn strategy is looking so strong. If we have a good way to stall, we're going to be in such good shape. Next pack, another Pharaoh's Treasure is not great. A third copy of Metamorphosis is, though. We're going to Metamorphosis Uguchi into Thousand Eyes Restrict. All right, we're about a third of the way through this particular opening. We're seeing really good things so far. I would love to see some copies of Spirit Reaper and a couple more Books of Moon. Or, you know, another copy of Pharaoh's Treasure. That's okay, too. Another Gravekeeper's Spy isn't bad. Pack number 10, Nudora, also very good, and an ultra rare question. Sure, why not? There's a Spirit Reaper and a Rope of Life. This is a card that the AI absolutely cannot be trusted with, but is very, very funny, and it's hilarious that we continue to get hollows over and over again. Pack number 13, a second Spirit Reaper, and something I am even more excited for, Ordeal of a Traveler. This is a card that could potentially power creep Fairy Box, since it doesn't have a cost to maintain on the field. Next pack, Mystical Knight of Jackal. I'm not going to lie to you folks, this card is one of my favorites ever. It's really terrible, but it's very cool. And if I have to have a mascot in my deck, this may be the one. Next pack, another Book of Moon is great. We are doing much better in the rares department than I thought. We also got the Camel himself and Swarm of Scarabs. Pac-Man could be a very, very real strategy for us. Another Book of Moon. That is our playset of Book of Moon. That is great. And another Banner of Courage. This card is deceptively strong in this meta. Next pack. Yo, I can run 3 Lava Golem. Just tribute off 2 frogs. Wait, Lava Golem is so good under their Gravity Bind. Hold up. Next pack, another King Tiger Wang, who is pretty good. We've got 3 packs left. Again, I would like to see some Ordeals of a Traveler to close it out. Oh, that's my first Raigeki break. Which is okay because Raigeki break is reciprocal and I can't trust the AI with it. And lastly, pack number 24, Nudora. Okay, a second Nudora is pretty good. We got some pretty solid pulls out of this one. I'm not sure what we're going to choose to multiply, but there are some pretty good candidates to work with. Little sad we didn't pick up a copy of Bottomless, but there are a lot of reprint opportunities for that card in the future, so I'm not terribly worried about it. I'm excited to see what we can come up with because we got a lot of really good metagaming tools against the frogs. All right, folks, before we go to choosing the multiply, we need to receive our consolation prize. We have been owned. The frogs absolutely destroyed us last time, and per the rules, I was punished for my hubris last time, and now we are being helped by the gods once again, and by Discord. Over at the Discord, which you can find in the description below, you can suggest gifts for the AI, and we have had 5 gifts suggested to us. I have to choose a list of gifts that people suggest and let Twitch chat vote on which one I'm going to get. And I am required to choose the 2 with the top number of Ghost Trick Spectre icons on them in order to put into the list. But we got 5 this time, and we are allowed to put 5 into a poll, so everybody is getting included. The one you don't see here is 1 copy of Bottomless Trap Hole. So it is time for the voting to begin. We have 1 minute for chat to decide. Their options are 3 Dust Tornado, Starter Deck Joey, 3 Marauding Captain, Monster Reborn, or a single copy of Bottomless Trap Hole. The pity copy of Bottomless Trap Hole. You have 1 minute to vote. Begin. It looks like we are going to be getting Starter Deck Joey as our bonus for today. So let's check out what's in there. I am seeing some sick things in the mix. Obviously, his ace, the Red Eyes Black Dragon. Should we play that today? We'll see. We also get our third 7-colored fish. Chat, let's go. We got the third 7-colored fish. 3 7-colored fish. Let's go. Harpy's brother, or Sky Scout, as those of you who don't have any taste would call him. That's pretty good if we're not up against a Gravity Bind deck, but we are against a Gravity Bind deck, and so we're going to have to stick with that. We've got Time Wizard, which is also hilarious. Sangan, another Magician of Faith. We now have 3 Magician of Faith. That's pretty wild. Dark Hole is a sick pull, although I'm not totally sure that I trust the AI with it. Look at that. We do get the Monster Reborn after all. Another block attack, also potentially interesting. Change of Heart, really sick. Penguin Soldier, also sick. Scapegoat. This one I am excited for. Scapegoat is a card that allows us to play our Metamorphoses, which lets us play our Thousand Eyes Restrict if we so choose. So many cool things to work with today. I'm very excited for this one. I'm really going to have to think about what our duplicate is. What are we going to multiply? We've got options like our We've got Ordeal of a Traveler. I could get an extra copy of Ordeal of a Traveler. I could get an extra copy of Reinforcement of the Army. That's another interesting potential choice. I think those are the two that I have highest up on my list. Now, I can't choose anything from my gift, so I can't choose an extra copy of Monster Reborn or anything broken like that. But my pulls themselves were really solid. I think because Rhoda is so available in side sets, there's so many opportunities to get it back. I think the choice this time around is a weird one. I didn't get any bottomless trapple, so I can't multiply that, but I got a card that's really, really good in limited play, which is what we're stuck with for now, which is Ordeal of a Traveler. So I think I am adding this to my collection. Folks, this is the technology we have brought today. It's called DAF, or Destroy All Frogs. I could have called it DTF, Destroy the Frogs. I'm throwing already, folks. Now, it does look like every other water beatdown deck that we've run so far in this series. I understand. I get it. But it is not. For a number of reasons. First of all, we get to run 3 copies of DNA Surgery. This is kind of sick. We're running 3 copies of Fairy Box, 2 copies of Ordeal of a Traveler. We are going Floodgate Central. We learned last episode that DNA Surgery always calls warriors, so Wetlands and Solidarity are going to be useless the second we see these cards. But we got a couple of upgrades to work with from this episode. We pulled 3 copies of a Legendary Ocean. Legendary Ocean is incredible for a couple of reasons. Number 1, it increases our monster's attack. Now, it also increases their monster's attack, but the most important thing is that it increases our monster's attack so that our 7-colored fishes can get over their 2,000 defenders. But there's more to it than that, because a Legendary Ocean decreases all water monsters on the field by 1 level. That means all of our level 4 water monsters are level 3 and can play under Gravity Bind. This is the genius that we are bringing today. We also get to run Yomi Ship and Monster Reborn and all sorts of sick things that we didn't get to last episode. I am so excited to bring this to the table today. I think we're going to bring down the Frog Empire once and for all. Folks, we are working with genius level plays. IQ in the millions. And the question I pose to chat is, will the Frog Empire fall? The options are the frogs will die or the frogs will win, frowny face. I believe in RJ the Bot Monarch, in Borgerbot. Today we will come out victorious against the frog hordes. Let the games begin. All right, this was a tough battle, but we won rock, paper, scissors. Everything's starting off hot. What do we have? We have terraforming. Why are we on the... Oh, it's their terraforming. Why are we going second? Oh, I guess we are on Master Rule 5. That's okay. Their monster is dinky even under wetlands. We prepared for the Gravity Bind, though. We have a terraforming of our own. Let's go. Our terraforming is better than their... Why did we activate 2 Legendary Oceans? No matter. Our mermaid is 1700. Their puny Ronin Totem. We've got the DNA Surgery. It doesn't matter what size their Ronin Totem is because the wetlands doesn't increase their attack points. DNA Surgery has changed them into warriors, and now we will take over this game. Yomi Ship has 1,000 attack points to bait them into a false sense of security. They'll normal summon the Flip Frog. You know why? Because they don't realize that it's turned off by DNA Surgery. They think that in hand, it's an Aqua monster when secretly it is a warrior. They're going to send back the High Tide Gyojin, but that just means that they're going to take more damage from the other monsters. Our 1,000 attack point monster and our 1,700. That Solidarity is useless. Summon all the dinky frogs from your graveyard that we like. Your death is soon at hand. It will never work. We've got the High Tide Gyojin back. This is game on board. We have done it in game 1. We have beaten the frogs for game 1. We've got this. We've got it. It is in our clutch. We just have to win game 2. Begin. Now we're going to be going first this time, which is actually a benefit to us because we want to be starting to establish board presence ASAP. We've got the DNA surgery for the start, which means that even if they activate wetlands, their monsters are going to be so dinky. They're going to be so small. Take that dark hole, activate it on our Sangan, see what happens. Let's go. They have gone -1 on our Sangan, and we get to search for our Cure Mermaid from the deck. The ace card from our last duel. They're normal summoning Treeborn Frog. They don't understand the genius of our DNA surgery strategy. Why are we using Fissure? It doesn't matter. It is a flex. The Fissure is just there to show them despair. We are willing to go -1 for it. They're going to go Unifrog directly, but they're not even going to activate its effect. They don't have the frogs to support them. And we have Cure Mermaid to keep us gaining life points. We are going to win this entire match with positive I did forget about Froggy Force Field for a second. Double Aqua Spirit. Look at that. Double Aqua Spirit. So why are we changing it back to attack position? It really and truly could not matter less because Aqua Spirit is so powerful under DNA surgery. Now they probably have a 2000 defender face down. And this is a slight hitch in our strategy. We can't do much to Ronin Totem, especially with 2 Aqua Spirit on the board. This might have been a minor strategic error. They're attacking us directly with their guys. That's a little bit awkward for us, but that means they're leaving a guy in attack position, which is their mistake. Next turn, they're going to switch Ronin Totem forward and switch it sideways. This is just, it's torture. We're making their suffering last longer. That's what we're doing. We're going to draw into a Caboozles. We really need them to destroy our Aqua Spirit. We really need them to destroy our Aqua Spirit. Oh, I love how they're just choosing not to try and attack here. I guess they have nothing that they could attack. I love it. Every time they normal summon a monster, we are in like better shape. This is a hell of a board state. If we get Froggy Force Fielded, we are froggy fucked. We are in froggy trouble. This is one of the game states of all time. Are we just waiting to draw into our other Fissure? Is this the whole plan here? This is a little awkward, not going to lie. This is... Wait, they put a monster in attack position. The fool. They don't have Froggy Force Field. Look at that. They're just hemorrhaging life points because they think that they can get away with this. But oh boy, are they wrong about that. Pot of Duality. Thin your deck. Show us your next stinky monster. You're going to normal summon the Flip-Flop Frog. I wish you wouldn't just flip the Flip-Flop Frog right face down after that so we could get some life points in, but we'll take what we can get. If we attack in and it bounces one of our monsters, that's okay because that gives us the chance to add a 7-colored fish to our lineup instead of having one of our stinkier monsters, which means that we could also get a legendary ocean to get us over all these cards. So as long as we have a slot open, we can get a 7-colored fish, which can get us to our ALO win condition here. There's the ALO. Show us fish. That is not fish. Well, you know, wait, Aqua Spirit has changed them both to attack position. Aqua Spirit, what? Aqua Spirit is base because they have 2 monsters on the field. Aqua Spirit changed them both to attack position. They are fucked. Let's go. We've walked straight into Froggy Force Field. No matter, we've got the High Tide Gyojin. We're going to be fine. All we need to do is find a 7-colored fish at this point. The normal summon Dupe Frog is perfect. We could use that any day of the week. We've got a Caboozles. We're going to walk into another Froggy Force Field. We didn't. They're just going to search another Dinky Frog. And if they search a Dinky Frog, they're going to summon it in attack position. And then we win this game. Oh, please let them attack into Fairy Box. Please let them attack into Fairy Box. They're not going to. They're just summoning dudes. This wins us the game. They have just won us the game. Your Gravity Bind has no power here. You have no power here. It just occurred to me that a Legendary Ocean does not grant enough attack points to get over 2,000 defenders, but that doesn't matter because our AI is too cracked and their AI sucks. We have beaten the Frog Army. Our brains were too strong for their froggy brawn. Let's go. I have never been so bloodthirsty for an AI in my life. I don't think I've ever been that intense about a duel. Folks, I made a promise to my chat today. I made a promise to them that said that if the Joey starter deck got us to a 2-0 against the Frogs, I would play some of Joey's ace monsters against the Burn deck. I promised to run Red Eyes Black Dragon, and I promised to run Time Wizard, and because of the deck that we're running, we also get to run Gearfried, so we are running ourselves a Joey deck against the Burn strategy today. I'm gonna be real with you, I'm not entirely sure how the Burn strat works. I think it has monsters that can't be destroyed by battle. I'm pretty sure it uses one-off burn cards and a couple of floodgates. Not sure what we're going to do about the floodgates. We will figure that out down the line. However, we are going to run what we can in order to deal with everything else. So we are running a little bit of a meme deck so that we can summon the Red Eyes. We are running triple reasoning. That reasoning could get us pretty much anything because the AI is not going to choose any of the levels that we're going to be running, so I don't expect that it's going to be at all a problem to get any of the monsters we want onto the board, which means that we can run things like Mystical Knight of Jackal, which is very, very funny, and we pulled it, and this is the only time anybody's ever going to get to summon Mystical Knight of Jackal, and of course our Red Eyes Black Dragon. We can run Time Wizard to get rid of the monsters that can't be destroyed by battle. It's a foolproof plan, but if all of those things are too powerful, too consistent for you, too reliable, we've also got the rest of our strategy, which is what we're actually going to be using to win. We've got our Witch and our Sanguine, which search out our monsters. Spear Dragon is a piercer, so it doesn't mind if a monster can't be destroyed by battle. Possessed Dark Soul can steal all their level 3 or lower monsters so that we can use them to attack directly. Then we've got Gravekeeper Spear Soldier, which does piercing. Mad Sword Beast, which does piercing. We've got Cure Mermaid, which gives us life points. Throwstone Unit, which can destroy monsters with 900 or less defense, which I expect to be most of their deck. Double Giant Rat to gain power from our triple Gaia power. This is an unbeatable deck, frankly. I've never seen a better positioned deck to play against an AI in my life. Let's see what we can do. All right. Will our Joey powers be enough to defeat the Burn Menace? Let's find out. Starting now. Starting off with rock, paper, scissors as a loss, that means they're probably going to be going second, which is great for us. They're going first. Okay, that's a burn deck. It makes sense. Let's see if we opened with an extermination. We opened with reasoning. What are they calling? 11. They called 11 off of reasoning. That's great. Whoa, reasoning is not once per turn. We got the Throwstone Unit. Time Wizard is going to activate and it is going to call heads, and it got heads. Look at that. We are too powerful. They magic cylindered the Time Wizard. They also magic cylindered the Gravekeeper Spear Soldier. Okay, well, you know, we gotta temper our expectations, but we got out 2 magic cylinder. They're gonna hit us with tremendous fire. Reflect Bounder, that's okay. We've got Torrential Tribute. You have 1 card. We have 3 now. We've got Giant Rat on the board. Reflect Bounder, that's something we're going to have to worry about in the future, isn't it? But we have Giant Rat on the board. Even if they can summon a Reflect Bounder, we've got the plan. We've got the plan. We've got a Cure Mermaid. Your burn will do nothing against us. You've got Spirit Reaper. We planned for this. Fissure down the hole. That Spirit Reaper did not stand a chance. Uh-oh. Here is our lose condition. Fencing Fire Ferret. This card is a little bit good against us. This card is a little strong against our deck. I will not lie. Giant Rat is probably going to go into our Mad Sword Beast because that's our biggest. Oh, it got Throwstone Unit. It got Throwstone Unit. The AI is too cracked. The AI understands the win condition of the. Why didn't it activate it? It didn't activate Throwstone Unit. Okay, no matter. We have Gaia power still in the deck. I'm not sure why we're. Oh, we've got Red Eyes. No! No! The magic cylinder for Red Eyes. But they're out of magic cylinders. We've got this. They lava golemed us. I forgot about the possibility of lava golem. Oh no. Ceasefire. Oh, we've lost the game. I was not prepared for any of that to happen. That's okay. Game two. We got this. What the hell was that? All right. Okay, we're going to go first this time. Probably. No, they're going to go first. Okay, they still set 3 cards. Skull Invitation is not ideal. Getting double copies of that is really good against our Extermination, but we've got the Gaia Power. Show us the Piercer. That's the wrong Piercer. Marshmallow dealing us a lot of damage, but it dealt them the same amount of damage, and that's what's important here. If they draw into Fencing Fire Ferret or Reflect Bounder, we're in a little bit of trouble, I will not lie. I honestly wish the AI would just keep attacking with the Spear Soldier, but oh no, that card is very good against us. But, oh, we are so good! We are so good! The Gearfried destroyed the Blast Sphere. Ooh, Lava Golem is not ideal. I don't think we have an out for Lava Golem in the deck. I'm going to be real clear with you. I think Torrential Tribute is our entire out for it. Lava Golem seems to be the actual problem here. Fencing Fire Ferret, okay, please attack into the Lava Golem. No, unfortunately, they are too good for that. We can still get out of this. Cure Mermaid is pretty good for us under these circumstances. If the Lava Golem can attack over the Fencing Fire Ferret, Geometrio doesn't matter for us because they don't have things like Ceasefire or their other dude bro. Cure Mermaid will help us survive for a turn, and that's really what's going to be important here. We're going to destroy an Ojama token. That's not great. We would have preferred that they had destroyed the Lava Golem here, but we'll probably be fine. Fencing Fire Ferret is actually going to fuck us over entirely. We have lost the game. We have lost the game, folks. We have lost the game. So what have we learned today? We've learned that it doesn't activate Throwstone unit, and it will not use Piercers against monsters that can't be destroyed by battle. Well, that did not go great for us. It turns out that the burn deck is really good in a low power environment, which we happen to be playing in. Our meme deck was absolutely a meme deck, but it also showed off the weaknesses of our card pool in playing against a burn deck. Lava Golem is incredibly good against us, and so is the 2016 card they are equipped with, Fencing Fire Ferret. We're going to have to see if our 2002 ass deck can get to them, and this is probably our best bet. We are running all of the removal we are humanly capable of running, including Jowgen the Spiritualist, which is just kind of a way to out our own Lava Golem, but if we can summon it and keep it up on the board, they can't Lava Golem us in return. This is a little bit of a cope strat, but we might be able to pull it off. Spirit Reaper is good stalling, and it's a way for us to help run them out of cards, which I think is our win condition. Hysteric Fairy is an 1800, which can run over Fencing Fire Ferret, but it also has the potential to sack itself off with a Lava Golem in order to gain life points, which is pretty solid for us. This is a little bit more of a proof of concept than anything. I don't expect that with the card pool that we have available to us, we are going to be able to get out of this alive. 7-Colored Fish is an 1800 that combos with Aqua Spirit to put monsters into attack position that otherwise we wouldn't be able to attack over. I'm hoping that that's going to be good enough alongside our massive removal suite to get us over the finish line. Let's see what we can do with this. Tonight has been a little bit of a slog for me in chat. They aren't optimistic about this one. 91% of them have voted against our AI friend. But I believe that maybe we can pull through. And if not, we will at least learn a lot from this duel. Let us begin the match. All right. Rock, paper, scissors is... okay, all right. It actually doesn't matter because they're going to go first no matter what. Chain Energy is not ideal for us, but if we draw into a heavy storm, we are in incredible shape. They've activated Skull Invitation, but that's okay as long as we manage to... Why is Chain Energy just dealing us damage? Have you noticed that Chain Energy... Oh, it's because we were summoning Gearfried. That's okay. We just got Magic Cylindered. That's not ideal, but they did have to pay for Chain Energy in order to... Oh, they didn't. They got Skull Invitation. Whatever. We have Jowgen the Spiritualist. This is kind of good for us because they cannot Lava Golem over this card. As long as we can continue dealing damage here, if this is something like Ordeal of a Traveler, that's perfect. Jowgen the Spiritualist has the potential to stay in the game for us. Skull Invitation is great to see. That does nothing against our deck right now. We are tributing the Jowgen the Spiritualist that keeps us in this game for the Lesser Fiend that we run. I suppose that we did deserve this if we get Lava Golemed here. This is just the comeuppance we get for what we're running today, but honestly, that doesn't matter. We have dealt 1,000 damage to ourselves, but we're about to deal 3,000 damage right back to them. This is phenomenal for us. We have just won the game with Lava Golem, and we'll take out an extra bit of damage from their hand in the process. That was really, really good. That worked out great. I will take that. The Lesser Fiend was a little bit of a hitch in our strategy, and they did get a lot of burn damage against us. We almost lost that game, but we didn't. As long as we can keep a Jowgen the Spiritualist in play, perhaps the game is in our favor. Let's see what we can do game 2. All right, what do we have? They're going first. They've got Dark Room of Nightmare, which is not ideal. Fencing Firefarer is kind of our lose condition. Skull Invitation is bad, but not as bad as it could be, considering the fact that it does not actually get them any additional card advantage. This is, again, a situation where they're using up cards in their hand. Most of our cards don't go to the graveyard. This is a lot of damage, but as long as we can keep the field presence advantage, we're in pretty good shape. Reflect Bounder is not good, but Trap Hole is great for us. Let's see if we can stick a monster on the crackback. Dark Room of Nightmare is just hammering away at us. Spirit Reaper is really good. Spirit Reaper is phenomenal under these circumstances because it deals burn damage to them and gets rid of one of the cards that could have been a problem for us. They're setting a back row. This is great. If this is Magic Cylinder, it's Ojometry out. That doesn't matter. They only have one card left in hand. Spirit Reaper is going to do a huge amount to... No! The Needle Sealing to ourselves! Oh, no! That is terrible! We're getting hit. We're just getting hammered with the Dark Room of Nightmare. Oh, we have thrown it with Needle Sealing. Honestly, Needle Sealing might not have been a great choice for us at this point. Heavy Storm, a weird thing to activate after we've summoned Sangan, but this does stabilize for us a little bit. Sangan does get us to some of our better cards. You're going to set a monster that's likely a battle immune monster. Nobleman of Crossout deals with it gorgeously, though, and we have Lesser Fiend over the Sangan. This is phenomenal. We get the Jowgen the Spiritualist out of the deck, which does keep them off of Lava Golem as long as we summon that next and not a different monster. Swords of Revealing Light keeps us from attacking. That's not ideal. We do have some outs for that, but the most important thing is that we are going to have card advantage over them. And as long as we can continue to have that and keep them off of field advantage from us, then we are in good shape. Not really sure why we're keeping the Jowgen in attack position. I guess they don't really have a threat over us. Chain Energy is not great. If that is a Magic Cylinder, we may be in a little bit of trouble. Nobleman of Extermination hits the triple Magic Cylinder. That is so good for us. This is such a nail biter of a game. Chain Energy, they're going to have to pay cards to use Tremendous Fire. This is not great for us, but hey, Lesser Fiend wins us the game here. If we can just attack with Lesser Fiend, we've won this. We have won the match. Folks, chat, we did it. Chat, we've done it against all odds. We've gotten the repeat victory. What was that? How did we win that? We actually made it out. Folks, I need you to understand. Chat voted 91% against Borgerbot. The folks who voted in the 9% are eating so good today. And so am I. I could not be more proud of our bot. We accomplished incredible things. We beat the Frog Empire. We overcame the odds against Burn. And next week, we're going to have to face some new challengers because next week the ladder jumps forward and we get the opportunity to play against some viewer decks. I'm looking forward to this one, folks. See you next time. Oh, must feel good to be a believer. And it must feel terrible to be a hater. Oh, folks, I may be dumb. I don't think I saved my Legacy of Darkness pulls. Oh, this is gonna suck.